103.1 WRNR. Good morning. I'm Alex Courtright. All this week, it's been about gifts that make a difference. Well, the Lighthouse Shelter is a great place to start. Joining me now in studio, Director of Outreach and Development, Pam Siemer. Hello.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Well, you're rounding out our week with gifts that make a difference. Lighthouse Shelter has been in its new spot now for about 3 years on Hudson Street, a very impressive building. Pam, first of all, what is Lighthouse?
Well, the Lighthouse actually is a number of things. It's a residential program. It's also an employment training. It's actually a homeless shelter and a homeless prevention and support center. We have 45 individuals that reside there. We have 5 families, and we can take up to 20 children. We also have 3 transitional houses throughout in the Annapolis city. And we provide also about 84,000 meals that we distribute every year. We do bag lunches, hot lunches, and then breakfast and dinner for our residents. Our best program, which is Building Employment Success Training, is a employment training program, a 14-week program, and we have about 4 of them every year in culinary arts, facilities maintenance and landscaping, and retail management. We just graduated our 100th person from that program last week.
Fantastic. So Lighthouse really is so much more than a bed and a warm meal. You are looking to change lives.
Absolutely. And, we'll always provide the basic needs, food, clothing, and shelter. But in order to end the cycle of homelessness, people really need to have sustainable employment that will allow them to get sustainable and permanent housing. That's what our goal is. We have a very good, about 80% of the people who leave the Lighthouse between 90 and 120 days, depending on their individual situations, find some sort of housing solution. So we are making a difference.
Right. Well, let's break it down. How serious of a problem, of an issue, is homelessness in Annapolis and the immediate surrounding area?
Interestingly enough, we are making a difference. The programs are making a difference. And homelessness is declining by very small percentages individually. But we have over 100 families on our waiting list.
Wow.
And I know there are other programs throughout Anne Arundel County and the Baltimore metro area that also have similar kinds of waiting lists on them.
So, in other words, it is a pressing issue in our community.
It is a pressing issue, and not only the homelessness, but our part of it is also the prevention of homelessness. People who are really on the cusp of losing their homes or losing their jobs or were victims of the last recession. Some of, domestic violence victims. There's all kinds of issues that are going on. And not only there are people who are not necessarily just homeless, but they're hungry.
Yeah. And
we have a food program. We have a pantry program and a food program. And with the SNAP program, which formerly called the food stamp program, we have seen a 300% increase in people coming in and needing food.
Wow. Well, so someone listening to the radio right now asking themselves the question, how can I help? Pam, how can people help?
Well, they can go to our website, which is AnnapolisLighthouse.org, and we have a variety of opportunities for people to help. We have almost 2,000 volunteers who come to the Lighthouse Shelter, and we actually do put people to work. We have
That's
people
right.
who help out in the pantry, who make foods 365 days of the year. Some group, organization, church group, Girl Scouts, Rotary, come in and make dinner for our residents. So every single night of the year, there's a group that comes in. People help with gardening in the summer. We have mentoring. So if you get on the website, you can see what there is that we have to do. We have a wonderfully organized volunteer program. But the other thing is obviously financial.
Yes.
We are 91% privately funded, which is an opposite of most shelters around the country. Usually it's 90% government funded and 10% privately funded. We're 91% privately funded. So every donation goes to support the shelter.
That's fantastic. Again, the website, Pam, is
AnnapolisLighthouse.org. And you can see the areas on the top that will direct you where to go, our immediate needs, how to get involved. There's a section there that says get involved, and if you click on that, it can tell you financial needs that we have and volunteer needs that we have.
Well, thank you so much for the work, the important work you do at Lighthouse, Pam, and happy holidays to you.
Thank you so much, Alex. And let me just say, this is the most generous community I've ever been in my entire life. I mean, people are just so thoughtful and so caring. So this is just a great place to live, and we thank you for your support as well.